Midsize Rage Bug, a bait that I've been wanting and needing, and I wanted to go out and show you guys that kind of dynamic of right after the spawn, how these smallmouth really get on crayfish. Another thing I wanted to show you is that the Carolina rig is not dead, folks. It's very alive and well. We're gonna flip the Rage Bug, we're gonna pitch it, certainly gonna put it on the back of a Carolina rig and try to catch some of these smallmouth. One of the reasons that I really wanted this Midsize Rage Bug was for lakes that it was kind of tough. You know, you had a tough, I throw a Rage Bug everywhere, but there's times when the bite just gets tough, or I'm around smallmouth or spotted bass, and that full-size Rage Bug, that Rage Bug's 4 inches, and that's pretty good size bait. I wanted something just a little more compact, something that I could put 100 pack of in my boat in black and blue and green pumpkin, blue crawl, a few of the colors that I really like, and just do everything with it. Use it as a swim jig trailer, a skipping jig trailer, a Carolina rig bait, a punching bait. So many different, you know, I can just pitch and flip it around docks, put it on the jig worm rod, and just go fishing with it. So in a lot of these bays on Champlain, you have just flats, grass, rock. And on this one, there's a break wall right out in front to just protect a lot of the sailboats that are tied up to all these balls, and which are weighted. This is the way, there's not docks on these lakes like this. There's, you know, protective docks. If it storms, you don't have any place to hide if you're out there fishing. So they just have these anchors, and you just tie up to them, and they transport you up to the bank. I'm hoping there's some fish on it. It's just a really good place for those fish to feed on crawfish and stuff like that. On the Midsize Rage Bug. Nice chunk. I just wanted to come in here. I mean, we fished from here to that riprap wall right there. Caught a good couple of chunky largemouth. I'm gonna fish just another little section right here, and then we're gonna go, the wind's picking up a little bit out of the direction I needed it to go throw a Carolina rig. I really want to show you guys a little bit about this Carolina rig deal on this Midsize Rage Bug. The reason I wanted this size bait was for a Carolina rig, really, mostly, although I'm gonna throw it on a lot of different things. But for smallmouth fishing, It's just an unbelievable, they really feed on crawfish this time of year, post-spawn. They haven't really grouped up out there really good deep yet. You can catch some isolated ones. We're gonna fish a little bit, a Ned rig later on today, a drop shot a little bit, but I love throwing a Carolina rig with this Midsize Rage Bug. Right here, we just came out with it, and man, it's just gonna be good for those crawfish feeding smallmouth. And we're gonna go and fish a couple of the gaps, which are real popular areas here on Champlain. And then I'm gonna get offshore and fish some humps, and then we're gonna go up the lake. We're just gonna kind of do a hodgepodge of everything today, so y'all stay with us. The old zero. Man, you think he didn't want it? That's what you call a Strike King Zero. Gone. Gone, I tell you. We just have to get off the bank a little bit, get out of off the rocks a little bit. Pitch that one a little bit farther out away from the rocks and got us a nice largemouth. That's the thing, the diversity of these lakes up here, up north like this, is just so awesome. You just take you a pack of rage bugs and a pack of worms and go fishing. I actually caught that one on a baby rodent. I just knew somewhere in this grass there was a largemouth. A fisherman can get a little hard-headed sometimes. It was all in the rally cap, y'all. One of the things I like about upstate New York is these fish just don't get as much pressure as they get down south. They're dumb, so to speak. It stays frozen a good part of the year. People walleye fish up here more so than bass fish. These lakes now get most of the pressure from the tournaments that come along. There's been a lot of tournaments here on Lake Champlain, Elite, Bass Pro Tour, Toyota Series, BFL, all back to back to back right before this event. Then we had the Bass Pro Tour event, and we still went out and had a really good day fishing. So it just shows you that the habitat is so vast, you can do whatever you want, and it just shows you that you can still catch fish after all that pressure up here. You can't do that in a lot of lakes down south. I felt the slightest little touch right there. I mean, this rod is so sensitive, folks. I mean, I felt, all right. A nice little smallmouth. Couldn't stand that little mid-size rage bug. Nice little chunk. We might have found a different little direction that they want to. That's the thing, man, about smallmouth. They're so finicky. You get where they're feeding, and it makes all the difference in the world. Kind of fun. same thing. Oh, that's an even better one. You know, a lot of times people will think a Carolina rig rod is too stiff when you feel of it in a store or something. But that backbone of that rod is much appreciated when you're trying to set the hook way out there. Look, Daddy, I got one. Carolina rig just gets bites. It's plain and simple. It's really the only presentation that these fish see where they're down on the bottom and a bait is flowing freely. Yeah, a drop shot kind of gives you that effect, but even then your bait is more vertical. With a Carolina rig, that bait is always down on the bottom and it's just giving that natural flow, man. It just gets bites. Tennessee River, ledges, ponds, the Great Lakes, right here on Lake Champlain. You put it out there and it's just a bait or a presentation that you can use lots of different baits with and just get a lot of bites. See that rod? I got all the control in the world on that fish right now with this backbone of this rod. A lot of rods will be, you know, the fish will be in control. I can turn him if he's headed to grass or a dock or... It's a big old fish, y'all. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Big old good one up in here. Yeah, baby. Man, I love Carolina rigging for smallmouth. I mean, he got it. Folks, y'all don't think he didn't want... About to lose my rod. Y'all think he wanted that rage bug? That's right, it's gone. Gone, out of sight. In Arkansas, we call that a nice one. Man, look at that thing. He's long as my leg. It's real important when you make a long cast in the wind on a Carolina rig, slap your line down as quick as your sinker hits the water, so you can cut out that bow. You don't want any bow, you want a direct, as direct as you can get it, line between your weight and right there at the tip of that rod with your line. You don't want a big bow. Like that old mid-size rage bug, didn't you, buddy? About a 213. Like a banana split to a smallmouth right there. Oh, that fast gear ratio helped me catch up to that one. Ooh, ooh, nice one. Chunker. 3-pounder. another good one. He's a fighter. Another 3-pounder. Look how pretty these fish are, man. Beautiful. Starting to feed back up, get fat. If y'all notice that I was like so focused on, that's the whole key to Carolina rigging, man. You really got to stay in tune with that thing, especially with smallmouth, because you have such a long leader. Those fish can come in behind it and push it towards the weight, and you'll never know you got them. You have to really pay attention. That's where your equipment really pays off. I've been through a whole pack of rage critters. I'm gonna try a little rage Ned crawl on there. A smaller bait. Might have to go to a smaller hook. Maybe not. So I'm gonna try this little rage crawl, a little Ned rage crawl. Just, we've been hitting this pretty hard. I'm gonna try a little smaller profile bait on there just to see what that does. May not do anything, but it may produce a couple more fish. Oh, I got a giant on the rage bug, Ned rage bug, red nage, snaggletooth, scound booger, Ned rage, whatever. I got a big one. I got a big one. Good night. We got Champ. Champ is on the line. No more folklore. We got Champ. Here he is. I'm fixing to show y'all Champ. There's Champ. Well, maybe not. But we got us a good 3.5 pounder anyway. I've been hitting it hard with the new Midsize Rage Bug. I still saw some fish out there on my forward imaging, but I wasn't getting bit. Picked up Rage Ned Rage Ned crawl. Caught a fish instantly. The Rage Ned caught Champ. They wanted a Midsize Rage Bug. I've been asking for this bait for a long time. And what does Strike King do? They listen to their pro staff. They came out with one. And them big old smallmouths love it. Hammer time. It's a fatty. All right, we ain't got no time. No time. Where's my crickets? Bugs. I just threw out there what you're supposed to catch a smallmouth on. Ned rig. I'm wanting to throw a drop shot, but these smallmouth want this brand new, hot off the press, Midsize Rage Bug. So by golly, we just happen to have a bucket full. We'll give them what they want. Hey, we ain't prejudiced. We'll take little ones too. Little guy. He followed it off. Feels like a pretty good smallmouth. It is a good smallmouth. They liking that zero. Still long, they haven't got fat yet. Just after the spawn. Oh my, biggin'. I mean a biggin'. Oh, hammer time. There's a 4+. Oh, that's pretty. Folks, I sure have enjoyed throwing this Carolina rig and hopefully teaching y'all a few tips and tricks on Carolina rigging and how we've come out with this new Midsize Rage Bug. Get you a sack full of them. Team Lou's Signature Series Carolina rig rod. Some tungsten Strike King Carolina rig weights. And some Midsize Rage Bugs. Have yourself a good time. God bless you.